Hello, dear students. So, I will be starting a new lecture series on the subject Algorithmic Thinking with Python. So, I have got a lot of students who are attending my course in programming in C. So, that was a motivation for starting a lecture series for this subject also. As we all know, this is a KTU 2024 scheme subject, and this is common to all the branches. So last year, I taught the subject for electronics, and this is the second year of 2024 scheme, and many students are struggling with this subject. So I thought of sharing my lectures in this subject. So if anyone find it useful, they can use it. Okay. So this is common to all branch. And one thing to notice, this subject is not Python alone. This has Python, but along with that, there is lot of other topics related to algorithmic thinking, the different problem solving strategies and all. So uh, if time allows, I will be covering that also. Otherwise, I will be focusing on Python because I find that most of the students are struggling with Python basically. So this is not a lecture series for that entire subject, but first I will be covering the Python topics included in the subject, and later on, if time allows, I will be adding the other topics also. So you can see that in first module, you have this thing, Python in the first module. So this part, so essentials of Python programming. Here you have the very basics. It is basic how to start with the Python coding, the basic data types, then input output operations, print and input function, the basic Python operators, and math module. So this much, that is the third paragraph, will be the starting of Python programming in our syllabus. So we will start with that. So I think it is better to start with the input output operation. So for output operation, we use the function print, and for input operation, we will be using input function. So we will be starting with print and input. And I will not be discussing each and every topic like which are the data types, which are the operators like that. When needed, we will be covering that also. So if you want, you can follow a material. KT also has specified a material, a PDF is available, and my text is also available. So you can use any material for learning the theory and completing the syllabus. So this lecture series is not for completing the entire four modules, but this is basically to help the students for Python coding. So we will be discussing more Python codes in this series. Okay, so before that, if you want to start coding, you can use Google Colab. I'll be showing that. So you can just Google and find Google Colab. So in your Gmail ID, you can directly log into that Colab. So it is like this. And in Colab, you can start a new notebook. It's shown here. By just clicking on new notebook, you can directly get a space for typing your Python code and getting the result. Okay, you can name it here and you can write the code like this. So we can directly start with a function. So if you want to print something, you can use the function print. Okay, so print is the function or the keyword in Python for printing something. So you write print, then you have the normal brackets. In that, you can put double quotes and type something. So welcome to Python coding. Okay, so this is a one line, which is a very simple example for print function. And in Google Colab, it is very simple. You can just run the cell like this, and you will be getting the output. Okay, so this is print. Welcome to Python coding. So whatever is written within the double quotes will be printed as such. So this is very simple. So I directly started with this because it is a self-study topic. You can easily learn it. Just have to do some coding by yourself. So we have already covered by a print function by using a bracket and double quotes. Whatever we write within the double quotes will be printed as such. But as we know, this is not only one way to use it. The requirements are different. So I have given some code here. You can go through it. So first is the same print in double quotes, whatever we write, you will be getting the output. So here print is the keyword and it is case sensitive also. So we will have to write exactly like this. Okay. And the syntax and more details will be written like this also if you want. Otherwise, you don't have to go to much details. We can learn from examples itself. Okay. Then the next case will deal with a simple example of input. So input is yet another function and input function is used to get some value from the user. Okay, so here, so when user gives some value, it has to be saved in a variable, right? So this name is a variable. I have randomly given a variable name as NAME. Okay, so name equals input. Input is the keyword and in quotes, we give the prompt that the user has to see. Okay, so this means when you run this, the user will be asked to enter your name and whatever user gives in will be saved in the variable name. Okay. Then the second line says to print hello. So we just know that whatever is given in the double quotes will be printed as such. So hello will be printed. Then here we are giving a plus. You can also give comma or plus can be given to add more things to be printed. So name is, we don't need the print as such. We don't need name as such. Instead, we need the value saved in name. So in that case, we cannot use double quotes. Instead, we give the name, that variable name as such, then again give a plus, and then in double quotes, you give exclamation mark. So what does this mean? Hello will be printed as such. Hello and a comma will be printed as such because it is in double quotes. Again, double quotes, exclamation mark. Again, that will also be printed as such. In between, whatever value is given by the user will be saved in name and that will be printed. Okay, so we can check this. So this is a good example covering both input and print. So enter your name. So this prompt is being shown here. So whatever we put in the double quotes in input function will be shown here to the user. It is a prompt given to the user to give an input. So enter your name. So I am giving Jisoo Elsa. So I can put an enter. Now it is showing hello, comma. This was printed as such. Then Jisoo Elsa is the value I gave, which was saved in the variable name. So that is printed as such. And then this exclamation mark. Is it clear? Instead, if I give name as such, what will happen? If I give like this, what will happen? Due to the input, they will ask for the input. I will give Jisu, but hello name, it will be printed like this because here it is in double quotes. So whatever is given in double quotes will be printed as such. So the value saved in the variable name will not be taken here. I hope you understood. And instead of plus, you can also give comma. Again, you can put a comma and give an exclamation mark. This is also possible. So instead of plus symbol, you can give comma also. Again, we can try. I am entering the name Jisoo and it is printed like that. So these are two simple examples of print and input. You can see this is print and this is how we print. This is an example for getting input from the user and that value saved in a variable and that value is printed like this. So these are two simple examples for print and hello. If these two examples are clear, we can move on to the third example. So third example is specifically getting a numerical input. So in the last example, the input was a string. The name was entered by the user. But in this case, we need numerical input. In that case, we need one more addition to the input function. That is, we have to give int also. This, this int is used to convert the input to which data type? Integer data type. So int stands for integer. So to convert whatever the user gave to integer data type, we give in function also. This was not needed here. Why? Because name is not an input. We just have to print it as such. So here I can also give a number if you want. Enter your name. If I give 123, hello 123. So even if it is number, it will be considered as a string and it will be printed. But in this case, I need to add these two numbers. For addition, what will happen? That those two numbers should be numbers. Then only this will add. Okay. So here you can again run. Enter the first number, say 10. Second number, say 20. So the total 10 plus 20. Sum equals num1 plus num2 means 10 plus 20 is 30. And print the sum is. This is printed as such. And the value calculated after adding num1 and num2 is saved in sum, and that is printed here. So for this to work, we have to convert each of the inputs into integer. So I will also show if you don't convert it to int, what will happen. You can go like this. So I forgot to convert to int. Okay, you can check that way. So this means what we need is the same thing. You need two numbers and you need the sum. But here I have not used int. So what will be happening? As it is not converted to int, the both inputs will be considered as string. Okay, so two strings on using plus, they will just be combined. They won't be added. So you can try that also. Say I give 10 and the second I give 20 and you check the result. It has just combined. There is no error. When we use plus in between two strings, they will be combined, or the word is concatenation. Concatenation. It is just combining two strings. Combining two strings. So this is happening here. Okay, in this case, it is just combining 10 and 20, because here they are not used as integers. They both are considered as strings. So to convert to integer, what we have to do? We have to convert like this, and again this should be converted to integer. Now if we do the same printing, what will happen? It will add the two numbers. We can check the result again. 10, 20, and you get 30. So now we have discussed in this lecture three things. One is print, then input, and the third example is int of input. I hope these three examples are clear. These are the basics for print and input. You can see more examples later. Thank you.